Hello and welcome to the Chronicle podcast. This is Samuel Lyon. It's another episode of this incredible podcast here on Hello Media. I'm so elated to sit down here live at Augie's Royal. This is a great banquet hall. I'm here for a movie premiere, but I could not just come here and just watch a movie and leave. I had to come here and have the conversations that you would love to see. In the coming weeks, episodes will be rolling in of different personalities, different brand owners, and different people that are putting in the work in their diverse environment and diverse fields. Sitting down here with me today is someone I'm intrigued to talk to. Others know him as Inferno, but right now you would know him as David UKIH. David UKIH, welcome to Chronicle podcast. How you doing?
Thank you. I'm alright.
I don't even know where to start with you, but if obviously because the audience will be looking in, either you're listening to us on Spotify, Google Podcast, wherever you're listening to us from, and you're watching on YouTube, you would want to, the first thing we would always want to know, like, what will you tell us and that you are? Who is David UKIH to, if you are as a first timer, we want to know you.
Alright. My name is David UKIH, cinematographer and video editor. Currently, I work for Instinct Empire as an editor.
As an editor?
Mm-hmm.
So, I heard you told me, I overheard a conversation you were saying you shoot, you edit, and basically, okay, or someone was like, but that's what it's not already going to be like. Where did this all come from? Is it something that you love doing, or is it part of like, oh, you have to pick up? Because in Nigeria, I guess most of the world, but mostly in Nigeria, there's this culture that you have to pick up something. You need to have a skill added to academics and every other thing you do. You need to have something that everybody always say what you can fall back to. So was this cinematography, was this something that you always wanted doing, or is just a skill, or you had to learn it fully? What's all this for you?
It wasn't a skill that I wanted to pick up. It was more of a spark of passion.
Okay.
Yeah. I saw a movie once and I was like, I would love to do something like that. Yeah, so I learned the skill, how to shoot, how to edit, so now we are here.
I'm curious to know what movie. What movie did you watch? And if it's a crazy one, you can. I will beep it. but what movie were you watching that sparked your interest this much?
It wasn't something so controversial. It was just have you seen what was it called again? The Tenet.
The Tenant. Okay.
Yeah, it's a time-related movie. I loved the cinematography, and the storyline. So I was like, yeah, I need to do something similar to that.
All right. Now, and you would want to. Growing up, because we always have these things where I talk to people that had a lot of things going in for them, like their childhood would have been fun, they had great time with parents and everything. So if we were to take a sneak peek into your journey as a young David, like what would you like be comfortable enough to share with us? And like what's like the family structure here? Do we have like 10 siblings? Because you are laughing, you have 10 siblings. We have like 10 siblings. Are you the only child? Because you sound and look like one. Yes. Okay.
I'm not an only child, although I'm a firstborn. I have 3 sisters.
Are you the only boy? Okay, you know what I'm about to ask next. Because you are so reserved. I see someone that chooses words carefully and someone that like less interaction. Is it because of like the firstborn thing? Is it more, does it have more to do with I'm the only son? Or more to do, because a lot of this builds personality, especially for Nigerians. So what will you tell me is the structure or like the what builds what has built this? David sitting here with me right now today?
To be fair, I have no idea.
You have no idea. Okay. No.
But I will say though, I was
Okay.
a playful kid.
You were a playful kid.
Along the way, something changed, and
Care to share?
that was the thing. I don't know what it was.
But you just understood that something changed. Hmm. You have friends? What's your friend circle like? Because as a chatterbox that I am, I have circle of friends, but I understand the impact of people, humans, having the human network. I understand. So it's because of a human network that I'm seated here right now and I'm able to have this conversation with you. So, but I know it's not everybody that is cut out for, the people thing. So, what's your friend circle like?
My friend said, not circles, cycles. It's big
Oh,
stuff and complicated. I have a circle of friends who we used to code together back in the day.
okay.
I have a circle of friends who are musicians. Oh, I didn't mention I was a producer.
You produce
Music.
music. So, in terms of like, you are like anything creativity, you are there.
Yeah.
Your mom and dad, was anyone like, is there anyone that loved them, like the creative business?
No, I'm the only one in the family.
That is in the creative business, and you picked this up from a movie.
Sounds great, but yeah. Yeah, yeah. The music part wasn't exactly from the same movie.
Okay.
Yeah, I just had passion for music back then. I was in the choir.
You were in the choir.
Yeah.
So if we are peeling back the curtain to the choir, it should be an Orthodox church. I should have definitely understand. So which Orthodox church are we talking about here?
The church was my grandfather's Dominion Assembly.
Okay. So the family of the pastor and you being in the choir, do you still do? Oh shit! Any reason why you? But are you still attending your grandfather's church?
No, that was in a choir bomb.
Okay, that was in Bible.
Yeah, I moved to Calabar 5 years ago.
You moved here 5 years ago. Why? What brought about the move? Why did you move? You moved for what? Work, school. What brought you here in Calabar? I mean, what brought you here to Calabar?
It was mostly change of environment, just work, school, and a new place, new starts, new beginnings.
You came here for a new beginning. Oh, let me share something with you. 2017, right when I was about to finish up my WAEC at NECO, the last exam for the NECO, I told myself so I grew up in a rural area, the rural part of Akwa Ibom, that shares the border with Cross River, Calabar, Oron. So I grew up there in the rural area, and I was always so enamored about like just not like my life not finishing here. For some reason, I felt that immediately I finished the secondary school side, my life is over. I was not a local champion. I just had that I'm like, okay, so I go turn local champion with that. So I'm like, I need to leave. And my godparents at that time, he came for a job. He worked for a couple of months, for a couple of years. I will come in for a couple of months like and go, and snowballed into like greeting him and talking to him. And before you know what's going on, I'm like family to him. So it was a no-brainer to not move. Like after I dropped my pen, I'm like, I need to leave this place. And I ran here to Calabar and I built everything. Like I tried to kind of like a new thing. So I've been here more than a decade plus. So hearing someone else say they came in here for a new beginning, I'm like, new beginning, new beginning. So like, how was it for you when you moved in here? Did you have somebody here in Calabar? Like obviously, like I just told you, like I had my god parents here. So you had family here?
Yeah, my cousin was a student here, so I stayed with her for a couple of months before I got to the place. Yeah. So after that, currently it's just me here in Calabar because She graduated and moved back to Oregon.
Okay.
So currently I'm just the only person here. No family members, just me.
Are you like in school or anything?
Yeah, I'm currently a student and I'm also working.
All right. Ikechukwu. Hope you're not recording full thing we are doing here. You're just you don't have to sit down like I mean like yes like your work is not to focus on me because this one is gonna do the trick, right? So it's more of like what's going on behind here, like all of these things, like getting. But you can just sit down, just have. I'm not saying just focus, give every this thing, except you're enjoying the conversation. So you you can do that. Hope you are not getting tense too much anymore.
No,
Because you were having a lot of that. So we'll just continue from there. You are too focused on that. This is not
yeah, it's
what I need.
fixed.
I need yes, I need well. Yeah, you can. So I feel like I'm way curious about like the whole fact that you are here. Okay, you say you are still in school. So what's the field in school?
I'm theatre student and I'm like 300 level.
Now come on. You shoot, you edit, like capturing those that are in the drama. Why in the hell would you now go to go and act the drama? Like what is going on? Like get me through because I'm expecting I'm in computer science. So I'll be like, okay, so you are trying to hack the whole system. Like I'm like, you hack the video. But now you chose theater art. Why?
Like it said before, my inspiration for cinematography came from the movie Tenet. My inspiration for
Now this is the part I love. Okay.
my inspiration for cinematography came from
No, don't need, no need. You can to capture you. I'm just being funny.
okay. My inspiration for cinematography came from the movie Tenet. But at the time I heard in theater art here in Unicorn we shoot movies. So I was like, okay, let's learn directly from the source. Not
Okay.
like the source, but at least we have someone we can learn from. A lecturer, Mr. Charles Bonjo, I knew about him before I came to the department.
Okay.
He's a well-known cinematographer here in Calabar and outside of Calabar, so across river, known in other states as well. So when I heard he was like a lecturer here in school, so I was like, okay, let's learn from him.
So you, I see a whole lot of you doing things based on inspiration, like something will push you, and you. As this is this how you've always been, where you're like you always need something to be like it's as if you find out your why before you do it. You are
Yeah.
not like the classic like maybe when they go anyhow anywhere we left it's like we'll be fine.
I need a plan before I move.
You are this calculated. Because I can tell them how when I saw you, I'm like hello, like, you're like, I'm like, so I'm like, but I know it's a good trait to have to always, have that. So I've asked a whole lot of questions where you are like, you know, um, it just happens. You don't really have like, so you've been here more than 5 years, like you said.
About 5 years.
About 5 years. So I believe you would be a perfect candidate to understand. What have you understood about money when it comes to you now being independent? You are now somewhere trying to build something for yourself because I believe that's what you're doing. And I'm always very intrigued to ask questions that will, because I'm learning every single day with the guests I have on. So like, you've been here now 5 years and counting. What have you learned about money?
Money, 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 money. It's a fleeting thing.
Okay.
Yeah. You just have to. It's hard to get, but it goes away very easily. So you need to learn how to manage.
I get that a lot from people I talk to. Is there any reason why that's a thing? Because you see how um, I say for me, 'cause I'm like trying to put in the work and everything, and then you had calculated every reason why how you need this thing to be done, and all of a sudden like things just happen, and if you don't get all calculation off the window, you are like just it's. Why do you think that is always like the case?
I wouldn't say you could blame lack of calculations or planning for that. It has to be something else.
Okay.
Unforeseen circumstances, yeah.
No, that's amazing. So yeah, instinct empire.
Yeah.
So instinct empire, what's that? Because read you people, you produce, you advertise, you publicize, and all of that, and now you all are in like the movie business. The YouTube Instinct Empire. We'll try to put the link to the description up and all of that. And just like I'm always very intrigued, like people that are doing something very inspirational and something very productive. I always love talking to them and everything. So you're a part of that, as we would call something with a movement or like an organization that's trying to do something good out there. So like, how did you come in contact with instinct culture? I keep mentioning instinct culture. Dennis Salcedo, you are making me crazy. Instinct Empire. What is your role and like tell us more about it and like the whole journey and everything.
Excuse me. Instinct Empire. I was actually brought in by an alumni from theatre at a friend, theatre goddess Sarah Joseph.
Okay.
So
Sarah Joseph, I think the name is okay.
the one in the middle, white.
Okay. All right.
Can cut this out, right?
Yes, I can. I will. So Sarah Joseph.
Yeah. She brought me into the production company, introduced me to everyone, and I've been part of them. I also work for their branch, Exploit Studios.
Exploit Studios.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
AJ Gideon.
Yeah, AJ Gideon. We are an post-production company.
Okay.
We mostly focus on editing, sound design, and color grading, same alongside the likes of VFX.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's that.
All right. So you work with like in the post production aspect of like because from music, movies, and everything. Like, what would you say like is your experience in like in terms of post production? Because I do almost everything here. I set up the lights. I check the sound. I cook. I research. I'm trying to calm the guests. I am doing everything. Talk about jack of all trades. And like sometimes when I hear people like, because the goal is to one day be able to like, oh, I only have one job. Research the guests, and then come in and everything has been handled, and Yakub media, social media. Right now, I'm doing everything that you could think of. So like, what has been like your own experience when it comes to like post production? Because like, ev- okay, let's pause. All right, so if we are to look into like the whole thing about Instinct Empire, Safe One was out. I did have a conversation behind the scenes with you about this, and I'm like, what is this about Safe One and everything? You told me about like you being part of this other project. So now, in light of promoting,
And I wasn't part of this project.
you were not part of this project. Wow, what? Why? But you're part of Instinct Empire. You did not beat me for this place one day. I'm not going to respect myself. So you were not part of this one. Okay. Oh. I recall. I'm here to support those. Like, you're here to support because you're part of Instant Empire. That was the conversation we had. I so but okay, but obviously you have an idea about this particular project and everything. I mean, your person is inside there. Your person is there.
The person?
Yes. She's not your person. Your person. She introduced you to you.
Okay, yeah, you get
What were you thinking? Oh my
Humans are weird, but I had to confirm.
But is that your person? No, but no, right? No, okay. So, um, with you is like I said, this is like one of those intriguing conversations. Like you just want to like, okay. You want to talk about anything else? I know you would say no. I just know you would say no.
No? What is there to say?
But you shoot, you edit, and we talked about you. You say as of right now, you were telling me like you're in 300 level part of school, and like how is the journey about like you? Because now you are like a part of like the you. I believe like right now I'm in your head. I'm thinking, oh, since you focus on shooting and editing and everything, I can just imagine you trying to act out a drama piece, and you two battles will be going on inside of you because you're like, oh shit, oh I'm like in the wrong angle, like you because you you might be or you it's not yet your scene, and you see other people like oh my god they suck. Like how are you able to fight knowing fully well that you are you can be in the workings of making the sauce and now you are in the sauce? How are you able to differentiate? Like tell yourself, okay, this is what we are doing now. Like how are you able to do this?
I don't really have anything to say for that. All I can say is just be in the moment.
You separate yourself. Oh my god. So you separate yourself from that's crazy. That's crazy. Well
Just
but you
focus on the one you're currently working on.
I should focus on the one you're currently working on.
Yeah, don't what was that word? Don't mix things up. Keep the fields separate.
So you telling me you are one of those ones that you definitely know how to separate things.
Definitely.
Okay. And this is not a it's a part of you. Is it a part of you? Because we know we have a lot of conversations where you are like alright. Now they're telling me I should rap. But like in terms of like your parting words. I like to end every conversation on the Chronicle podcast, by asking the guests that I have on, if this conversation right now was to be the last conversation, not only just between me and you, that you ever had, what would you want me, anybody watching, or anybody listening to never forget about you?
Consistency pays off.
That you were not listening.
Consistency pays off.
Okay, that consistency pays off. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that was David, and this was the Chronicle podcast. Thank you for joining us, and we'd love to bring another episode to you. And when we do, please subscribe, comment,